We get quite a few questions surrounding the changes to firearms laws which will go into effect November 1st, 2019, specifically the so-called constitutional carry legislation. Starting November 1st of 2019, anyone over the age of 21 years of age, active members or honorably discharged veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces, Reserves, National Guards over 18 years of age, who are not otherwise prohibited from purchasing or possessing firearms will be able to lawfully carry a firearm in Oklahoma without a handgun license for self-defense. It should be noted, firearms must be carried in a holster, case, scabbard, or by a sling. Carrying a firearm in your hands will still be unlawful. We strongly advise you to become familiar with the full statute in Title 21, Sections 1272 through Sections 1290. It's still a good idea to go through the process and obtain an Oklahoma handgun license. The program only takes about 8 hours and has solid information about our state's firearm laws and general firearm safety. Also, Oklahoma has handgun carry license reciprocity with 38 other states, many of whom do require a license. The potential for interaction with law enforcement is something to consider before you begin carrying a firearm. As we ask our officers to do, let the golden rule be your guide. Put yourself in the shoes of the officer who does not know you or your intentions. What actions would you consider suspicious or potentially threatening? For example, reaching for identification looks very similar to physical actions someone would take when reaching for a weapon in the waistband or a handbag. After November 1st, the law will no longer require that a citizen in Oklahoma notify an officer they are armed, unless the officer requests that information. However, anytime you believe you may have an extended contact with an officer, it's wise to notify them you're armed.
You know that I am armed right now.
Okay.
For example, during traffic stops, traffic collision investigations, criminal investigations, or any other time when you have reason to have a conversation with an officer for an extended length of time. This will ensure there are no unpleasant surprises. When an officer signals for you to pull over, as quickly as you can do so safely, pull to the right and stop. Turn on the interior light of your passenger compartment, roll down your window, and keep your hands in plain sight.
Hello.
Digging under the seat or in the glove compartment while the officer is approaching your vehicle is not a good idea. Keeping your current insurance verification on the visor to avoid any potential for confusion is good practice. Traffic stops can be stressful for both citizens and officers. A little empathy can go a long way. Locations where people can't carry firearms will still include government buildings such as City Hall, the post office, county courthouse, any publicly owned sports venues during a professional sporting event, jails, elementary schools, or where low point beer or liquor are sold or consumed, except restaurants whose primary business is not the sale of alcoholic beverages. A complete list of prohibited locations can be found in Oklahoma Statute Title 21, Section 1277. Upon notifying an officer that you are armed, he or she will likely ask you not to reach for the weapon and ask you for its location.
I have a gun on my hip right here.
Okay. All right. Can I see your concealed carry license also?
Absolutely. I'm going to undo my seatbelt, all right?
Depending on the circumstances of your contact with the officer, he or she will likely leave the firearm where it is and continue with the business at hand. Thank you for your time today. The Enid Police Department supports the citizen's right to lawfully carry firearms.